Hello everybody, and welcome to our third and final part of the Whispers of the Old Gods card review for the Reddit Pauper Hearthstone community, and anybody who is interested in Pauper Hearthstone playing with only common and basic cards. Now we're gonna start our review by looking at the new rogue cards. Disclaimer: I don't play much rogue. I play even less rogue in Pauper. Yep. Where are we? Where are we? Who did I collide? Here we go. Bladed Cultist. 1 mana, 1/2 combo. Gain +1/+1. I think this is a very good card. You can play it with a Buccaneer on turn 1 with a coin, or even on turn 2, it's not too bad. And even if you play just 2 of Bladed Cultists, you still get, like on turn 2 I mean, without the coin, you still get like 3-5 worth of stats, which is really good for 2 mana. Although split between 2 bodies, but it's still really a strong card. Just it's like a zombie chow, but you just don't heal your opponent. And I think that like a tempo rogue deck, as I was talking earlier in the first part, might pop up. I don't know about constructed, but in Pauper, at least, it'll be super impactful. Yeah, nothing else really to say about the card. I think it's pretty good. In Rogue, especially. And yes, you can play it with a Defiant Ringleader. You play it with Buccaneer. You play it with Deadly Poison. You play it with Backstab. Even with Cold Bloods. Yeah, your opponent can't do anything. Yeah. Next card we have is the Shadow Strike. 3 mana, deal 5 damage to an undamaged character. I think this goes to the same deck as the previous one. Use this to kill a Yeti. Use this to kill a Senjin. You use this to kill, well, maybe not a Shredder, or maybe you use this to kill a Shredder, and then your weapon that you might have to kill the pilot. And yeah, I think this is just a really solid card. It's like a big brother of the Backstab that deals 2 damage to an undamaged minion. This deals 5. I think it's really good. Shadow Strike. It's just you try to kill minions. It's really good. Most of the mid-range minions played in Pauper have 5 or less attack. I mean health, so you can pretty much kill anything. Obviously, there are the big dudes, especially the which are coming in this expansion, which may or may not be played. So who knows? Then the last card for rogues is South Sea Squidface. 4 mana, 4/4. Death Rattle, give your weapon +2 attack. I think it's gonna be a pretty good card. Again, probably going to the same tempo rogue deck. Just yeah, Wizard seems to want at least the Pauper community to play some tempo rogue, and I love tempo rogue. Well, I don't, but I think I will after the expansion, and probably I'll try to play a little bit of that. I think it'll be generally pretty sweet. Then next we go to Shaman. First we have Primal Fusion. 1 mana, give a minion +1/+1 for each of your totems. I don't think this is, well, it might, it just pretty well might. It may. Yeah. You play Totem Golem, you play Flame Tongue Totem. You might even play, no, you don't. You play Tuskar. And yeah. I don't, well, that's rare. Yeah. I don't see this be played in Pauper because most of the other cards are synergized with totems. are rares, so yeah. And also, shamans have never really had any buffs, so I don't think this will be too good. Yeah. Then we have Storm Crack, deal 4 damage to a minion, overload 1. It's a bit like Shadow Strike, a bit worse, but it's a shaman version. It doesn't allow you to deal face damage, but again, it allows you to kill most neutral minions, although I would much rather have the Shadow Strike to deal 5 damage to a minion. And I don't think this will be as good as Shadow Strike, although you get it 1 turn earlier. But and yes, it does have the chalk synergy, so maybe you could go for a overload board control deck. Wait a second, I haven't played. Yeah, you could play this with Unbound Elemental. Yeah, why not? It really well could work, but then again, it may just not work. Then we have a Flame Wreathed Faithless, 4 mana, 7/7, overload 2. Yeah, if the Pauper meta goes to a super aggressive, like no, not even super, it goes to like a slower mid-range control meta game, I think this will be really good because you'll have a big dude much earlier than anybody else will. And yeah, your opponents will need to use executes already on this. And yeah, it doesn't even die to a fireball on turn 4. It needs a fireball and a ping. So most likely you'll be able to hit face for 7 damage, which is really good. Because, well, unless you're playing against a priest or warrior. And warrior seems to be one of the better classes, by my experience, so anyway, I think it's pretty good. Then we go to the Warlock cards. First we have a Possessed Villager, 1 mana, 1/1, summon a 1/1 Shadow Beast as a death rattle. I think. Why am I always saying that this is pretty good? But all of the cards seem pretty good, and something that could be played. Again, like in a zoo deck. Just think about this. You might take out like something like 2 Flame Imps and play this instead, or something. And also you are gonna get this out of a Dark Peddler every now and again. I'm pretty happy to get this out of a Dark Peddler. Yeah, it's a pretty good card. It works with Power Overwhelming, and I think the closest comparison we have is a Archon Squire. 1 mana. No, not that. Where is it? Oh, there she is. Archon Squire, 1 mana, 1/1 with Divine Shield. This works kind of the same way, but if you want to use like Power Overwhelming or Abusive Sergeant, it's still gonna leave a 1/1. Well, even if you use Abusive Sergeant on the Archon Squire, it's still gonna leave a 1. But yeah, I think it's pretty good in the Warlock, especially because of the Power Overwhelming synergy. You can use it to control the board really effectively early game. Yeah. Darkshire Councilman, 3 mana, 1/5. After you summon a minion, gain +1 attack. I doubt this will be played. I doubt it. Because there's just not too many things that summon a lot of things in Pauper. You can't use the new Warlock spell, the new Forbidden Warlock spell. It's an epic. Yeah. I don't. The body is not too great. Maybe you could use it with something like Haunted Creepers. You play Creeper on 2, you play this on 3, and then you pop your Creeper and you have a 3/5. It could work. You play this with like Egg. Like Nerubian Egg, maybe? Who knows? Usher of Souls, whenever a friendly minion dies, give you a Cthulhu +1/+1. It's basically a pit fighter, because the Cthulhu buff doesn't matter. Oh, it's basically a pit fighter. Is Pit Fighter played? No, it's not. Will this be played? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think this will be played. Not to, yeah, that 5 mana 5/6 is just not good enough. Although if you play this and Pit Fighter, you could have five. You could have 4 5 mana 5/6s in your deck. Then again, do you want to? No, really. Then we go to Warrior, and we're almost finished with this whole project of reviewing all the cards. So let's be happy. We have Warrior, we have Nazod's First Mate, 1 mana, 1/1, Battle Cry, equip a 1/3 Rusty Hook. It's a little bit like Master for Battle. Yeah, it allows you to control the board early on, but the way like Warrior is built currently in Pauper, it's more of a like a pretty like hyper control class. I don't think this will see too much play. I don't think this will see too much play because, well, yeah, obviously I do run too many whirlwind effects in my decks, but yeah. Although it could turn out that turn 1/3, and a 1/3 weapon is pretty good. But then again, you want to play Fire Wind Axe on turn 2, so yeah, that's that. That's that. Yeah, I don't think this will be too good in Pauper. Then we have Ravaging Ghoul, 3 mana, 3/3, Battle Cry, deal 1 damage to all other minions. Again, playing into that, let's clear everything you have, removing all the 1/1s off an aggro deck, and then if there is some bigger minions, you use Bash, or then you can just execute. No, Inner Rage, execute them. I'll use this with like your second hit of the Fire War Axe and to kill a 4 attack minion, or to yeah, or to kill a coined out Shredder. Yeah, I don't. I think this will be a pretty good card because it allows you to get more control of the board. It's also a 3/3. It's a bit like the Mage card, except that it deals damage to your board as well, which I don't think is too big of a drawback because oftentimes as a warrior, you don't really have minions until turn 3ish. You might play Cruel Taskmaster. You may play Warbot. You don't. But yeah. You might play something like a Zombie Drow, maybe. But for the most case, you don't really have minions. And even if you deal 1 damage to them, it's not gonna be a huge deal. So on curve, it's gonna be great. And even if you top deck it later, it's gonna be okay. Then we have Bloodhoof Brave, 4 mana, 2/6, and it's with rage, taunt, and enrage plus 3 attack. So it's a bit like our good friend, which we always go back to, Senjin's Shieldmaster. I could see a really good world where you play the Bloodhoof Brave with Senjin's Shieldmaster, and you have 4 taunts on 4 mana, and why not even throw in like an Infested Tauren or something? Probably not. So you could basically stop any aggro deck. And yes, and because I think it's a lot more an anti-aggro card than Senjin, which is more of a priest card. No, not a priest card, but a mid-range card. I think it's gonna be pretty good because you can kill most of like the 3/2 minions. There is although there is a lot of AOE, 1 mana, 1 damage AOE in Warrior. Oh no, and because you have lots of 1 damage AOE in Warrior, you will most of the time be able to get the enrage ability to pop and allow you to deal with a even a bit larger minion. So let's say you play this on 4, your opponent doesn't have anything because you hit it with your Fire War Axe or something, and then you just then you kill their 4-drop however you want to. Then this gets enraged in the process. Then they play a Yeti, you kill it, and then you play a 5-drop and you're ahead. I think it's gonna be pretty good, although I don't know if it's good enough. Because again, Pauper, this power level is pretty high. Well, it's pretty low, but pretty high. Yeah, it's odd. And that's the last card we have to look at. Who put this together, actually? Who put it? There, somebody on Reddit put this together. This list, yeah. Thanks for whoever you were. Yeah. And this being our review of all the Whispers of the Old Cards. Of the old cards. Of the old gods. Commons. Which will be used in the Pauper Hearthstone format. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And see you next time. And I hope to play against maybe some of you. And thanks for sticking this long if you're still here. Goodbye.